It's nice to see that YouTubers and gamers like myself are starting to see the patterns and signs on why modern day gaming sucks right now. From extremely high buying prices, AAA gaming turning into mini casinos, and most importantly, put work ideology and diversity, equity and inclusion that nobody asked for. So what caused another battle, you might ask? Well, it all began when one Steam account made a curator, Sweet Baby Inc. detected. If you want a link, it's in the description below. Basically, it tells you which games Sweet Baby Inc. has put their grubby fingers on. Now, you think a smart person or company would just let the gamers decide if they want to download it or not, or just ignore the creator altogether. But activists nowadays are man-children, and the only thing that comes first when it comes to man-children is their precious fifis and attention whoring. Logic comes after the fall, so like anything, then comes the big fuck up. The activists were furious, and they did what they do best: gaslight, threaten the very person or people who made the creator. On top of that, anyone who downloaded it, calling them the classic buzzwords, and this is what started gamer grift, or possibly gamergate 2.0. Not a lot of gamers, or anybody for that matter, knew who Sweet Baby Inc. were, nor knew about the drama itself or the creator, but now they do, and gamers aren't happy. Because this has nothing to do with race, gender, or hate or harassment at all. It's only a creator. And at the end of the day, the gamers have the right to buy and play what games they enjoy. End of story. But Sweet Baby, the man children that they are, made something that was not a big deal at all turn nuclear. All they had to do was keep their mouth shut and avoid the drama. But no, the temptation of attention whoring was too much, and now nearly everyone knows who they are and why modern gaming has become utter garbage. Since they like to harass and want people deplatformed or silenced who speak the truth about them or criticise, they have forgotten the power of the almighty Streisand effect. They were giving those people a bigger voice and more attention they so crave. So now they have demanded that Steam terminate Krabutis' account from his purchased games and a history of 13 years, all because they themselves fucked up. So wait, who's doing the harassment, being racist? Oh right, it's them. So yeah, go after the very guy who's apparently exposing you. But your very website and tweets from attention whores are the shining light beacon out of the stratosphere, showing all the skeletons in the closet. The irony of men children. It's like when parents call their child's name and the first response is, "I didn't do anything and they are lying." And then they reply back saying,
"Tell me the truth."
So they just put themselves into a corner by just doing all this in the first place. To give an example of one of them, this is Felix Kramer, who works at Silverstring Media. Once a decent woman, 6 years ago, turned into a they-them, who spends all of their time terminally online complaining about everything is racist or sexist. Reminds me of a certain individual. Oh god, she worked for her. No wonder she ended up how she is. And from the grapevine of short fat otaku, she believes exercise is too patriarchal and growing old and being fat is natural.
Perfect person to talk to today. I am joined by Felix Kramer, the
It is my Kramer.
known as Secret Legend, but you've
What?
got some special announcements.
That's
I
my
saw some
Kramer.
secretive
Her,
tweets from
Felix
the
is what she changed her
Twitter
name to.
account. Yeah, do you wanna
Why
talk
the
about that?
fuck is she here? Once at a con like 10 years ago, she was actually like a decent human at one point. She didn't like she kind of let herself go, and when she started letting herself go, she went into like the health at any size bullshit. She was like, you know, like it's just natural for women to get fat when they get old. It's like, no, you can work out and just no, you know, it's patriarchy. It's patriarchy. It's patriarchy, guys. And then like after she lost all of her natural beauty due to getting fat, she like shaved the side of her head and dyed it green. She started fucking Zoe Quinn. She was one of the people that she cheated on, like Zoe cheated on Aaron with was her.
Brendan Green, welcome. Thank you.
And she now lives in Vancouver as a as an indie game dev. She works for Silver String Media. Those of you guys who have been watching, like who watched our Gamergate videos way back in the day, we had like a big expose on her because she was that fucking ridiculous.
That just says everything I need to know about them. That says everything I need to know. She's a loser. She blames all of her self-inflicted problems on society, and she sucks the real life out of people. So hence every employee of Sweet Baby Inc. and activists' Twitter accounts are protected. And the same goes for Instagram. But before they realised the big fuck up and want to de-escalate the situation, it was too late. Now they are retreating and run away like cowards they really are. Because criticism and being told no and even a mirror are the man-child's kryptonite. But unfortunately, my fellow gamers, there is still a lot of work to do. As Sweet Baby Inc. is only a fraction of the problem.
You now make a point of, that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted, okay?
We're doing the same thing.
And so it's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities, and we're going to have to force change.
Because the very man-children like them are still being employed by big gaming companies, thanks to DEI officers and hired DEI drones who are all in the same cult as they are, have already slithered like a serpent into those high positions. They are still around contaminating work cultures, getting talented people iced who disagree with them, but most importantly, getting rid of those who have the talent and character that are not afraid to speak their minds. Just like I said in my videos, if the very activists no longer get hired by those very companies after listening to the fans and the gamers out there, the grift is over. And they can't have that, as that's the only thing they are good at in life, whining over straight white males, the patriarchy, and being a victim over failure they caused themselves. So it all rests on those gaming companies to come to terms they were in a cult and they didn't know it, and they burned millions of dollars for nothing, finally admitting the fans were right. Or maybe the pain is far too much, that they are so far gone that this is the only path to choose for themselves. If you like this announcement, then leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. This is Wilksy15 signing out.